Hey everyone, Taz here. We're back with another Sledders video, and today we're checking out the retro sleds, your favorite. We got 7 challenges lined up today to compare all the retro sleds, starting with the number 1 most important challenge, the reverse challenge, because what's the point if you can't even back up? To start us off, we have the Rev, which I'm sure will be no problem to hit that reverse. Let's test it out. Oh yeah, look at that power. We'll give that one a pass. Moving on to the Safari-L. I don't even think we need to test this one. L's in the name. Next up, we got the Cobra. I think this one will also do just fine in reverse. Wrong gear. Now that's some good power. We'll give that one a pass. Next up, we got the GLX 5900 from Lynx. It looks like a brick, but we'll put that aside. Not the greatest horsepower off the rip, but we'll give it a pass, as it still reverses. Next up, we got the GLS 3500 FC. Pretty good little retro. I think this one will also pass just fine. Let's give it a rip. Truly got some good turning maneuvering. I would give this a quality reverse score. Next up, we got the Forest Fox. Not high hopes for this one, but let's give it a try. Pretty pathetically slow. We'll give it a okay. Now we got the Indy 700 Polaris. I'm sure this bad boy is just gonna absolutely rip backwards. Ooh, a little rough to start there. What was that? I give this one a little bit of reverse problems. Now we have the SKS 700 from Polaris as well. I'm sure this one is also going to do just fine in our reversing challenge. I would say that's a pretty substantial amount of speed we're getting in reverse. Almost out of control, I would say. But we'll give it a pass. Next up, we have the XCR 800. A greasy triple, I would say. I'm sure this has some great reverse speed. Honestly, kind of slow, but I'll let it slide for this one. And on to our last contestant, none other than the Johanna Cinder. This one is probably going to flip over from the amount of power it has in this engine here, and probably going to send us over forward. Let's test it out. Crazy amount of speed. I'm going to have to give this one a superior reverse test. Now that clearly all these snowmobiles can back up aside from the Safari-L, let's see how fast they can get up to on top speed challenge. Starting off again, going down the line, we got the Rev. Let's see it rip where it tops out. 40, 50. Can we see a 60? Straighten out a little bit. 60, 70, 70, maybe 75, 75, 80. I think we're going to give that one an 80. Pretty solid from the Rev with a barrel roll there at the end. Next up, we got the Safari-L. We'll actually give it a chance this time. Let's see it go. A little slower. We're going to give this one a solid 58 top speed, but it did take a very long time to get there. Next up, we got the Cobra. I got high hopes for this one. It just looks fast. Let's rip. Oh yeah, we're picking up speed quick. 40, 50, 60. Oh, this has got some rip to it. 70, 80. Oh, we're hauling. We're hauling. Can we get past 80? If we can't flatten out here. 85, 90. Give that one an 85. New top speed record. Impressive here from the Cobra. Back to the GLX 5900. Let's see it go. Really good start. Picking up speed fast. This thing might have some top speed to it. 70, 80, oh, 85, 90. Dang, this thing is hauling. Yeah, we'll call it there. Oh, just mount for the win. 90 from the GLX. Next up, we got the GLS 3500 FC again. Let's go. A little bit of a slower start. See if it got any high end. Already kind of topping out at 70. 75. Yep, that one tops out about 75. Not too bad, but not the greatest. So not many points for that one. We got the Forest Fox again. If it's like a real fox, then it should be pretty quick for the most part. But let's see. Yeah, I don't think it lived up to the name. After long while we reach 70, and we're not going any higher. We'll give it a couple points for that. Moving on. We're back on the Indy 700. This one should probably do pretty good. Let's rip it. Really quick start here. Picking up speed fast. Already at 70. Potential for a new record here. 80, 85, almost a 90. Gotta get through these bumps. 95, or 90, I mean. 90. Just can't quite handle these bumps. Solid, but not quite good enough. SKS 700. This one just speaks acceleration. You know what I mean? Really quick to 40. Already up to 60. Closing in on 70, 80, 85, 90. We're hitting the bumpy section. See if we can handle that. Keep the speed. Doesn't look like it. Give it an 85 in that one. Bonus points for the front flip dismount. Moving on. Next up, we got the XCR 800. Great potential for this one to blow the competition away. Let's see if we can live up to it. A little bit of a rough start in the rut, but we're at 70, closing in on 80. This little guy might have the speed. Holding on to 80. 90. Can we hit that 95? Not quite. Looks like just over 980 at right around 83 for that one. Pretty decent, but not going to cut it. And last but not least, the Yuhana. I think we know who's going to be the winner in this one. So let's just get into it. Holy hell, we're hauling ass. It's not even close. The Yuhana is skyrocketing across the field. Tons of points to Yuhana. All right, that's enough, Yuhana. Let's move on to the next challenge. For challenge number 3, we're taking the retro sleds deep into the forest on one of the thickest, densest forests I know on the Morton Lake map. And seeing how they can handle the trees. So let's start again with the Rev here. Honestly, feels pretty nimble, I would say, starting off here. I think it's pretty capable. Pretty decent. Give this one a solid pass. I don't foresee this one getting stuck in the trees here. Next up, the Safari L again. Not much high hopes for this. It's a tree magnet. Where are we going? What is... This thing sucks. Oh my lord. Yeah, but you have to get this one a tree magnet certified. It just won't stop going to the trees. We're back on the Cobra. Or this one's pretty decent. Boy, it feels heavy. Does not like the turn. This is like turning a yacht. Wow. Definitely made for speed and not turning. Gotta give this one a low points on the forest. Back on the GLX 5900. This thing is just massive. I don't think we're going to be able to really fit through this thick, dense forest, but let's give it a try. Just expected. Really bad at turning. Hardly can get this thing. I can't even see. Banging off the trees really bad. My goodness. We just lost a fight to a little tiny tree. Negative points. Next. We're on the GLS 3500 FC now. Little guy, I think he'll do pretty good in the forest here. Feeling pretty solid on the turning. I like what I'm seeing. Busting right through all this denseness. Not too shabby. Quality from this little guy. Pretty quick on the turns. I'll give him some points. Pretty solid. The Forest Fox. I don't even think we need to question this one. Plus 100 points. It's in the name. Moving on. ND 700. Looks pretty solid. Let's test it out. Oh, another loss to a tree. That's not good. Feels pretty nimble, but honestly, does not turn great. It really wants to go straight. And I have to give this one a bad score because it cannot turn. Likes to go in a straight line. Back on the SKS 700. Looks pretty capable. Let's give it a rip. Really solid turning. Honestly feels pretty solid. Maybe a big boy, but it's got some big capabilities. Oh yeah. We'll give that one pass with flying colors. On the XCR 800, I think this one could have some potential. Let's find out. Really solid turn. Start out here. Pushed right through those trees. Solid. Looking really good. Oh, looks like we're ready to start the tree well. No, pulling out. Not too shabby. Bag of points for hitting a tree. Negative points for getting stuck in. I'm just gonna have to give this one not great score. Last but not least, Yuhana, the toaster of a machine. I think this is gonna blow it out of the park. Wow. Crazy nimble. Honestly, really good. The way it just rips through these trees. Incredible job. Lots of extra points to the Yuhana. Honestly, best forest sled I've ever seen. Only losing to the Forest Fox because it's the Forest Fox. Let's move on to the next challenge. Enough of messing around. It's time for a real challenge. We're going to be doing some hill climbing and actually putting these retros to the test. So let's see how we can get up this. Actually, sorry, wrong hill. Hey you, if you're enjoying the content in this channel, subscribing or liking helps me out a lot, and we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure to go hit that button right now. Alright, now that I found a more reasonable hill to climb with the goal of reaching the fire tower up here, let's see what this Rev is capable of. Easy little bump to start. Holding steady at 25. Hardest part is going to be keeping these sleds straight. Not looking good. Looks like we're gonna get stuck. Oh, we're creeping. Okay, made past the first blip. Gotta hold her wide open. Steepest part right here. Can we make it? Losing speed. Not looking good. Oh. Not quite. Good effort from the Rev. Back on the Safari. Not much hope for this one. Yep, and we're already stuck. On the Cobra, this one has good speed, but can we keep it straight? Already ripping past this first section. Pretty promising. We're losing speed quick, though. Hit it fast the first hump. Watchtower's in sight. I think we're gonna have our first successful climb to the top. Not quite. Topping out. Right at the edge. Almost there. Back with the GLX 5900. A unit. Let's see if it has some power. This thing is already making really good progress. Ooh, can we keep it on track here? Oh my. We're gonna have to give a disqualification for going out of bounds. Moving on. For the GLS 3500 FC. Nimble little guy. Not looking hopeful. We're only doing 15 on these lower sections. I think we're gonna get stuck. We're just barely making it over the first steep spot. Bump should be no problem. But can we get up that last little bit? Just barely doing 15. Not even 15. Dropping below 10. Can we make this last steep bit? Not looking promising. No. Just not enough track speed. Forest Fox. I see some potential. Let's see. Jumping the first little lip. Style points. Not looking promising though. We're only doing 18, 19 up the hill. Dropping down to 10. Don't think we're going to be able to make it past the last steep bit. Handling the tree section and bumps pretty solid. Dropping down. Can we gain some momentum before the final steep part? Looks like we're chugging along here. Not looking promising. See if we can build up some speed here. No. Not even making it halfway to the top there. Moving on. On the ND 700. Let's rip. Nice little pop at the beginning. Going completely the wrong way. Looks like we just got completely off course. Moving on. SKA 700. This one should easily make it up. Really good speed. Doing 25 up the steeper section here at the beginning. Really solid from the SKS. Keeping between the line. Can they get that momentum for the last steep bit? Opting to choose the right line here. Dropping back down. Are they going to be able to keep that momentum? Looking promising. Oh, and he gets the tree. The XCR 800. If anyone can do it, it's going to be this bad boy. Or so they say. Big jump off the first slip. Not looking pretty solid on the speed. Picking up speed though on the first incline. Looking pretty solid here. Bouncing off the tree. It handles this midsection. Solid 20. This is looking promising. Holding solid 20. Getting speed. Not quite. Just about even with the rest. That leaves the one and only Johanna. I think we're safe to say that Johanna is going to make it. As they say, let's send it. Not quite. Fortunately, it looks like none of these are made for climbing hills. It's time for everyone's favorite section. Can it wheelie or not? Starting off with the Rev. Let's see if it can wheelie. A little bit of clearance there. And the answer is no. It's time for the Safari L. Ooh, solid little wheelie there. Nothing too special. Give that a kind of. The Cobra. Oh, beautiful wheelie to start. Okay. That is a solid wheelie from Cobra. Can't quite hold it. For that, we'll get a pass. The GLX 5900. I think this thing will rat a bat wheelie. I lied. It's kind of sad. Moving on. The GLS 3500 FC. I think it can do one. Ooh. Okay. Very nice start. Restart that. That is a very solid wheelie. Best one by far. Definitely a pass. The Forest Fox. Let's find out if it can wheelie. No, it cannot. Indy 700. I think it can. Little wheelie. Nothing too much. We'll give that a half pass. SKS? I think so. Pretty solid from the SKS. Not the highest, but I think it can hold it the farthest. Definitely a pass for me. XCR 800. I think this is going to be a nice one. Ooh, we about flipped it. Oh, yeah. Wheelie monster. Absolutely. Flying pass. Last but not least, the legend itself, the Cinder. Of course, it can wheelie. You've never seen a wheelie so beautiful in your life. Amazing. Best wheelie by far. Quadruple pass for the Cinder. Now that we have all the valuable data in, we're going to have to do a tiebreaker challenge. So how good of a daily driver is each of these sleds? Starting with the Rev. The Rev, I think it just gives me X Games mode. I'll be doing flips, going crazy fast. Would probably get myself in the hospital. Safari L. I feel like my grandma or grandpa would be driving this thing. I'm probably getting past and breaking down on the side of the road. I would say terrible daily driver, if not the worst. It does have the included passenger backrest. So at least if I'm hauling with a friend, we're comfortable. Because we'll probably be sitting on the side of the road. The Cobra, it's got those epic flames and like, I don't know, the dad vibe. I feel like I'd be pulling in all the hotties with this. Even got a little bit of backrest so they'd be comfortable. I would give this a solid daily driver score. The GLX 5900. It's got a windshield so massive and it's an absolute unit. This thing would be a tank to drive. Man, you got that cargo space in the back. Like you could fit like 4 homies in the back of that. It's like the perfect minivan, I would say. I'd give it a solid daily driver rating as well. The GLS 3500 FC. This thing just speaks classic, speed, maybe even a little time travel-y to me. I think this is like the sports car, but not the sports car of the daily drivers. I think I would give this a solid right in the middle score because it's just all around pretty nice. A Forest Fox. I don't know about you, but this thing is ugly. The only thing I'm doing with this is I'm going to the grocery store, loading up and heading straight home. Daily driver? Absolutely not. This is like my rundown, broke down thing that goes down the street and back, and that's it. The Indy 700, pretty sleek looking, super bright. Gives me the luxurious, it's even got like a Nike backrest. I feel like it'd be a pretty nice daily driver. A little bit of power, not too much, with the comfort of mine. Just give me luxurious feels. SKS 700. It's basically Lightning McQueen. It's like the flashy sports car. I feel like I'm going down the road going ka-chow at everyone. In terms of daily driver, flashy and cool. But realistically, I'm keeping that thing garage kept all year long and taking it out once just to flex it on my neighbors. XCR 800. I feel like I'm back this thing just for the horsepower alone, and I'm doing cookies and donuts and burnouts down the street as I drive it around. So I don't really think this is a daily driver. Maybe a daily show off or a weekend show off. Kind of short and compact, so it gives me like Jeep vibes. Definitely an okay daily driver. Kind of solid. My God, it's perfect. It's got the front grill where I can cook my breakfast. It's beauty. It just pulls me in. I would be driving this every day, everywhere. It's like the perfect beater. What more could you ask for from the Yuhana? I have to give this a perfect daily driver score. Points are in for the judges, and it was a really tight-knit battle here. But our winner for the retro challenges is none other than the Safari L. I think it was obvious from the start. This bad boy blew it out of the park in all the challenges. I mean, it just wasn't even close. Not even having to compete at all in our first challenges and still coming back and beating everyone. By far the best retro, in my opinion. Now that we've done all the retro comparison, let me know down below which retro you think should have won this challenges. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.